energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. When this happens, life-changing experiences occur and everyone goes through it, especially children. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't have someone to talk to. I am Tina, the founder of Traumedy No More for Kids, which is a program that teaches children how to tap into those uncomfortable feelings like anxiety, stress, or depression. And then we teach them how to do things so they can push through this pain, like meditation, breath work, journaling, or even fun stuff like making slime. I hear all these buzzwords: social emotional learning, trauma-informed lessons. All of these things are to support the children. So if you're looking for something like that, I want you to take a deeper look into my program by going to mollygainesprogram@gmail.com. And this is a testimonial video from one of our students that actually went through the program. Hey there, can you tell us your name?
My name is Zaire.
Hi Zaire, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
I love it. And what did you like best about the Molly Gaines program?
What I liked best about the program is about how you basically, like, you were comfortable with us. Like, you didn't come off demanding respect and everything. You let us speak and you shared.
I love it. Do you get to share your feelings a lot at home or in school?
Yeah, basically.
You do. And I heard you say today the I am statements. Do you currently still do them, or what is an I am statement?
An I am statement is reminding yourself, like, you could do it every day, every week, every month, or however you do it. It reminds you that you are powerful and amazing.
Wonderful. And what are some of your favorite I am statements?
One of my favorite I am statements is I am great, I am worthy, and I am amazing.
Wonderful. Did you share any of the things that you've learned in this program with other people or children?
Yes, I have.
Tell me about that.
I shared it with my cousin and my sister, and they said that it's helped them a lot.
Wonderful. Are you excited about going to the academy?
I'm not completely sure if I'm going to the academy, but overall, yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. A grand rising to you and also you. I am Stars Tina, your host, the star, the person that's going to wake you up with a lot of energy. And you are here at the 7 a.m. cup of motivation. If you're over there on YouTube, I want to say welcome and good morning to you. And if you're not, get on over to YouTube and subscribe. Good morning, Facebook family. Good morning, LinkedIn family. I'm so grateful and honored to have you here today. Now, if this is your first time, all first-time people, put your name in the chat. Say, it's my first time. Maybe give it a star. Like you have little emojis. Let me see. Because when you come here, there's 3 things you're going to get every single time you pull up, okay? I'm here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. because God has gifted me with the ability to inspire, to motivate, to just bring my energy out to the world. So the first thing you're going to get is motivation. And the second thing, inspiration. Inspiration comes from within. Inspiration, I like to say, is super deep. It's deep. And the inspiration comes from your why. Why do you do what you do? And the third thing you're going to get when you come into the space is transformation. Transformation is beautiful, family and friends. So beautiful. So motivation, inspiration, and transformation. That's what you're getting. As you know, this Sunday, September 26th, I'm doing my very first of its own. I've done various events, but Health and Wellness Expo. This is a back to school Traumedy No More back to school Expo. If you haven't seen this video, then you haven't been on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, because we're here every day. We've been doing this since May, and I'm so grateful that it's finally blossoming, right? We put so many seeds in for this event, and it's all inspired by my next book that's coming out. It's called Traumedy No More for Kids. What is a traumedy, you may ask? A traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. Good morning, Mommy. I saw your little post there. Traumedy. My daughter actually helped me come up with that definition because last year I was practicing for a speaking contest. And in this contest, I was talking about my traumas and my tragedies, and I was talking about Traumedy, and she just kind of mixed it up and made it sound so beautiful. And she said the energies, that's the part she gave me, because we have the energies of trauma, we have the energies of tragedy, right? And they do vary. But sometimes, unfortunately, they come together and they begin as a child, right? We had an amazing therapist on here last night. If you did not see last night, 7 p.m., that was a bonus track. Last night's episode, I want to invite you to watch it. It was I had a therapist as my guest. She does therapy for children. And she said she does play therapy. I learned so much. I think I'm gonna do some of that stuff for myself. For example, she said in her office, she has like this punching bag, and she had a little boy that would come in, and every time for like the first month or two, he would just punch on the bag, right? And she was giving us different things, stuff I never heard of. Like I do plenty of breath work. She was talking about the rabbit breath work. I'm like, what is that? She was like, and then she talked something like, it wasn't dragon's breath. Maybe it was a dragon. I think it was dragon, but it was different than the lion's, than yoga lion's breath. She was saying how dragons push out fire, right? So in order to push out fire, you got to bring a lot of inhale and then let it out. So it was a beautiful, beautiful segment last night talking about this, because it taps right into Traumedy No More for kids. So Traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. Unfortunately, some children don't have the guidance. They don't have the support. They don't have someone there to teach them how to understand what they're feeling. Inside Out is very popular. It's a movie. I saw it with my niece. Part of it, I kind of fell asleep on it. I got to watch it again. But my point is, in my program, we teach children how to understand their feelings. And we start with an emoji board because it actually shows the faces. It shows the feelings, right? We teach them how to tap into their feelings. Once they understand, okay, I'm feeling anxious. Okay, I'm feeling stressed, confused, mad, angry, because you have to understand what's going on in your life first, right? Once you understand, then you can roll over to finally do something about it, right? So we teach the children this, and then we teach them how to push through the pain. And I like to focus on the 3 ones that I believe are the most challenging ones, which is anxiety, stress, and depression. Because children don't really understand what this is, what's going on. So we teach them how to push through the pain. This event that's happening Sunday, it's absolutely free. And by the way, to sign up and to get more information, you can click the number on the bottom, not click it, I'm sorry, 732-656-8973. Just text the word love and you'll get more information. You'll also get the opportunity to pre-order this book. But at this event, when you come, it's starting at 11:30 on Sunday, and there's going to be 22 enrichment activities. And my heart just warms up so much. And in my mind, the event has happened so many times. Because whenever I do a show, I just go from beginning to end. And it's just going to run so smoothly. It's going to be so much fun. And there's different activities, 4 different modalities of areas where you can go. And if you work quick, you can go to all of them, right? We've got the movement activities. And this is going to be in the gymnasium where you can do, I was going to say gymnastics because it's the gymnasium. Where we're going to have the steppers in there. We're going to have the dance team. We're going to have karate. So we're going to teach the kids how to move their body to release things, right? And then we've got the room where it's speakers, and the speakers teaching them things like life skills, the boys' space, the girls' space. And then we have a space for, I guess you can say like mindfulness, where we're having journaling, teach them how to journal, teach them how to do some breath work. And then outside we have, it's going to be amazing. And then we have our vendors there, and then we have a couple speakers. That's what it's going to be like this Sunday. But today I wanted to talk to you about gratitude. But before I get into gratitude, you know, every week we have a verse of the week. And this week's verse is John 8:32. The truth will set you free. And last night I decided to read it, and they were talking about Abraham. And am I the only person who sometimes, actually, you know what? Let me just pull it up for you. Let me pull it up. Am I the only person who reads the Bible and you kind of don't understand it? Am I the only one? I want to show you guys my Bible because I love my Bible. Don't I have a beautiful Bible? And the words are just so big, like anyone can see it. But I say that to say, I read the whole chapter of it. And talking about the truth, and truth in my mind means freedom. And sometimes people lie and cheat, and they don't even realize they're doing it. Let me tell you why. Because in their mind, they want to be great. They want to be amazing. They want to do these wonderful things, right? But they're scared to do it. And they're not truthful with themselves to say, you know what? I really do love you, but I'm in a point of my life where I don't know who I am. I don't love myself. And how can you love someone else if you don't love yourself? Right? It's called that mirror work. You got to look in the mirror and you have to know that you're worthy. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of greatness because you are God's child, right? So the truth shall set you free. So today I want to invite you to take a step back and be truthful with yourself, truthful with what you want. Right? If you really want to be an entrepreneur and start that yoga studio or start that dance studio or be a coach, then do it. Yes, I know it's scary, but it's so fun on the other side. I am that zone. I'm the genius when it comes to Traumedy. I am the genius when it comes to doing things scared, because when you do it scared, it's got this weird feeling in your belly and in your heart, right? I say if I don't feel it in my stomach, it's probably not right. Maybe I'm just a masochist like that, but I just love that extra pushiness. So we love to do question of the day, and our question of the day is tied right into the topic. What are you grateful for? And I have a new journal. Oh my gosh, I'm just writing and journaling. And I have a regular journal that I use. And then I have a new coach, a new life coach and new life and health coach. And she says, okay, Tina, this is what I need you to do. I need you to journal every day what you're grateful for. And it's crazy because it's like we know these things. And as I'm talking to her on the phone, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, oh, I already journal. Okay. I mean, I didn't say that to her, but that's what I'm thinking in my head. And then she's like, I want you to just have a gratitude journal. That's it. Because I've got my other journal where I just like pour out my brain. So this is my new gratitude journal. I actually got it when I went to Georgia for Lamar Tyler's event. That's what I love, going to all these events. You get all these things, all these goodies. And I just started journaling. I started it on the 14th, whatever day that was. And at first, I was like, this is going to be so boring. I don't want to journal. I don't want to talk about what I'm grateful for. Girl, dude, let me tell you, I couldn't stop. I kept going and going and going. But I went even deeper when it came to writing what I'm grateful for, because, you know, Tina's got to do the most, right? I put what I was grateful for, and then I put why, right? Tabby is pretty dope and amazing. That's the name of my life and health coach. And I'm grateful for Radiant Church. That's the church that I go to because that's where I actually met her. But as I said today, if you wrote down, come on now, mommy, type it in. What are you grateful for? And you're probably getting dressed. You're probably just rolling out of bed. Gratitude is super amazing. While you're tapping in the chat what you're grateful for, I have a wonderful video because I remember years ago, I've always loved motivational videos. And whenever I'd watch it in the morning, I send it to my kids. I'm like, watch this. And my son, can you believe they never even watched it? One day they were like, you know, Mom, we don't watch these things. You just send them whatever. But in my mind, I was changing them. And my son said to me once, he was like, yo, Mom. I always say that in my head. He probably didn't say that. He probably just said, Mom. And I wonder why he didn't call me Mommy. That's weird. Anyway, he said, you do not need to watch these motivational videos. You're already motivated. You need to meditate. And I was like, what do I look like sitting still? And he said it so much, I actually did it one day. I laid on the floor on the end of the bed, and I was just like, I felt so weird, and it didn't work out right. But I want to play a quick video that's just going to motivate us today. And Renee, you can play that clip when you are ready. It's going to motivate us. It's going to get us excited. It's going to come.
I'm thankful to see another day. No, things aren't what I want them to be. No, I don't have all the things I want to have. But I'm thankful that I'm still here. I have another opportunity, another day to live, another chance to contribute, another chance to make a difference in life.
It is ridiculously impossible to become a human being. I am one. I have other good things going for me as a human being, and I'm just grateful. You're dwelling and looking at what you don't have versus looking at what you have.
You are alive against stupendous odds. You are breathing air, observing sunsets, gazing into the night sky. Most people who could exist will never experience that.
I need to constantly remind myself I'm not yet where I want to be, but I know I'll get there. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm grateful. I am so grateful that I'm not where I used to be.
I find 10 things to be grateful for before my feet hit the ground. 10 things, and they can't cost money. And especially if I'm feeling strained and stressed, I go over my gratitude list, because gratitude will reduce stress all day long.
Happiness only requires that you are grateful. If you've got $1 billion and 3 beautiful children that love you and a beautiful husband or wife, but it doesn't matter what you have if you're not grateful. If you live in an emotional home, a habitual pace of worry or frustration, your life's called worry and frustration.
Perspective. And once you see gratitude and opportunity, life is fun. You get to decide if you're going to dwell and play prevent defense, or if you're going to see opportunity and be grateful and go on offense.
I am not where I want to be, but I am so grateful. I am not where I used to be. If you didn't make me, you can't break me. If you didn't make the sun come up, you can't stop me. If you didn't make the moon shine at night, you can't stop me. My purpose,
Let me tell you, family and friends, I don't know about you, but that was pumping me up so much. What are you grateful for? That's the topic that we're talking about today when it comes to love, when it comes to emotions. And for me, gratitude. What is gratitude? I want to know what that is for you, but I think of something that makes me feel good. I think of something that I went through that makes me feel good and push through. And of course, I'm going to give you like the full version. Gratitude is the act of recognizing and appreciating the good things in life, whether big or small. It's about shifting your focus from what you lack and what you don't have, which uplifts your mindset and your energy. And today I just want to share with you why it's so important to do those things. Because, I mean, if you've ever not had something, then you will appreciate having something. And then you have those people that are privileged in life and they don't even recognize or even understand or know that they were privileged, right? I have a client and I was like, wow, after I heard a story and I was like, I thought you were this privileged person that just got whatever. And it's not true. And I am that person. I am so grateful for the tough times in my life when it comes to love, right? Because I don't know. It makes me love even bigger. It makes me love even more. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why you want to write about being grateful, think about being grateful. But when I say being grateful for the hard things in life, because if you don't get those hard times, you truly can't appreciate and enjoy love and joy and happiness. It's a scale, right? It's like if you're always happy, it's like, okay, I'm happy, I'm good. If you numb yourself to emotions, if you numb yourself to what's going on, you're not going to understand what's going on. But if you have those tough times, if you have the broken heart, right? And I could, oh my gosh, if I think about all the broken hearts I've had, but the reason why I've had those broken hearts is because I opened myself up to love. And sometimes as I was opening my heart to the love, it's like I knew. I was like, girl, you know you're going to get hurt. You know this is not right, but I pushed through anyway. Why? One, I'm a little stubborn. I'm not saying that anymore in my life. I used to be a little stubborn and I just wanted that good feeling, right? I gave people the benefit of the doubt because that's what I want for myself. I'm like, I want to treat people like I want to be treated. So if they did something wrong, it's okay. It's okay. So gratitude, love, being grateful for those hard times, right? I'm so grateful that I had to push through and work to do the things I needed to make it for my children, right? Yes, it sucked, but it's crazy because at the time, it's like the time goes by so quickly and you don't even understand it while you're in the minutia of it all. All right, so reasons why we need to be grateful. Are you guys ready for it? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. So the first reason why you want to be grateful is because it boosts your mood. If you're ever in a bad mood, if you're ever not feeling good, start getting grateful. Okay. Practicing gratitude naturally increases your happiness. It also reduces stress. It reduces anxiety. And you notice we talk about this a lot, right? Anxiety and stress. And it's like, you're like this. And if you notice your shoulder and your back hurts a lot, it's probably because you're stressed. You're like this. You're like, push the shoulders down, roll your shoulders back, inhale and exhale. We're going to do that one more time. But this time, I want you to inhale through your nose and I want you to think wonderful thoughts, cleansing breath, thinking joy, happiness, peace, butterflies, rainbows. Made me think of my niece during COVID. She was sitting in my lap. I was meditating and I said, what makes you feel good? And she said, butterflies, rainbows, and her little voice. It was so cute. So I want us to inhale and exhale. And maybe you circle your head to the right or circle it to the left. And I know some of you didn't inhale or exhale, so let's do that one more time. Plus, I like the way it feels. So are you ready to boost your mood? Are you ready to boost your energy? Grateful. What are you grateful for right now? Inhale. Exhale. And as I was preparing for today's show, and I was saying I'm grateful for all the yucky things that happened in my life, I am grateful that God has gifted my good Jesus friend with the horrible traumedies of her life. And you notice I said traumedies with an S, right? For various reasons. One, because it made her a tough cookie just like me. Two, she understands me, she gets me. And three, she wants to support and help other people. So when you're grateful for these horrible things, you know, it makes you understand what's happening. If she didn't go through all that crap, we probably wouldn't be friends, right? Because it's like, I was having a conversation with my daughter the other day, and she was just like, you know, I can't with that person because they haven't gone through enough, right? If you haven't gone through some stuff, you don't have that grit. You don't have that, oh, booyah in your face. You're just like, yeah, I got this. I got that. But yes, so I'm super grateful for my Jesus friend who went through some traumedies. And I get to teach her how to boost her energy, boost her mood. I get to teach her how to coach other people because it's not about you, my friends, all right? I am so excited. I'm seeing her blossom so much, and she's blossoming even more, right? She's currently coaching. I mean, she's been coaching for a while when it comes to accountability, but I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. This girl is pretty good, right? I'm watching her assessments, reading her assessments, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm loving and just grateful for that. So that's the one reason why you want to go into a state of gratitude, because it boosts your mood. If you're wondering why I'm smiling and happy today, is because I did my gratitude journal. Okay, number two. Today, if you're just hopping on, we're talking about why it's important to go into a state of gratitude, why it's important to write in your gratitude journal. And the second one is it improves relationships. Let me repeat that. It improves relationships. Being grateful helps you strengthen bonds with the people around you as you acknowledge their impact on your life. Let's get into that, all right? Let me say that one more time. Being grateful helps you strengthen bonds with the people around you as you acknowledge their impact on your life. Do we agree? Do we disagree? I'm going to say 100% agree, because I just stated how the relationship with Renee and I, it creates a bond. It creates this je ne sais quoi, right? And even with, let's talk about your spouse, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. Everyone's gone through something, right? And Viola Davis made a post yesterday. It was all about men. And she was like, Black men Thank you for your strength. Black men, thank you for being vulnerable. Black men, thank you. You know, like all these things she was saying. But when you're in a relationship, and I'm talking about Black men because, you know, that's just my jam. We have to understand that they've gone through a lot of stuff, right? Generations and generations of crap. But that is not an excuse to not pull up and do the work. You got to do the work. And some people are so scared. They just stop. They try to blame you for things. They try to say, well, you're loud. Think about myself, you know, you're loud, you're this, you're that, but it's like the reflection of you. They don't want to face their own fears. They don't want to face the things that they've gone through. So when it comes to relationships, if you want a better relationship with your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, get into a state of gratitude with what's actually going on. We talked about it earlier, James 3:8 or 8:3, I think it is, right? The truth shall set you free. Being truthful with your spouse in regards to what you really want. And sometimes a relationship starts out wonderful. It's rainbows, it's cherries, it's butterflies. But then things change because you realize, you know what? I thought I wanted to be in this relationship. And maybe the person finally opens up with what they want, right? It might be, well, you know what? I really don't have, sorry, I have so many things going on in my head. It's like, so for example, you may have someone who's in a relationship and the person has kids. Now, I was that mom, and I just found this out recently, guys. Parents, your children know, all right? Because I never brought a man around my kid. That was the one thing that was like super important to me because I saw moms and they'd have one guy 1 week, next week, 2 weeks later, just bringing all these men. Yeah, that's your uncle. No. And my mom and my daughter was like, Mom, we knew. You didn't hide it. But I never brought them in front of my kids and introduced them. You don't want to do that. And maybe you get in a relationship because you want a family and you don't have any kids. So you say, you know what? I'm going to get in this relationship because I want a family. And then you realize, hold up, wait a minute. I don't really like this, right? Or maybe you get into a relationship and you think you want kids, but you don't want kids. And then it's like, 2-3 years in, be truthful with yourself. It's okay. Life goes on. We only, I don't know if you guys ever watched soap operas back in the day. And Mom, you got to tell me One Life to Live. Well, who was in it? But that was a great name of a TV show. One Life to Live. Am I the only person who used to watch Channel 7 soap operas, General Hospital, One Life to Live, All My Children? Oh, I remember those back in the day. I was actually on One Life to Live, if you guys don't know. And I remember my grandmother was in the hospital. And I was so excited because I was like, I finally made it. And I wanted her to see it. I went to the hospital and I was like, well, it wasn't the hospital, it was a nursing home. And I played a police officer and I had to put someone in jail. Now, mind you, I was an extra. I didn't have me talking, but you know, in my mind, I was talking. I was like, come on in here. Get in this cell. So my grandmother actually got to watch me with one of my, acting debuts. And I say that to say, you only have one life to live. And you're living for God, right? God has planted ideas and dreams and goals inside of you. And if you're not being truthful, it's never going to happen. So that's the second tip in regards to why you want to be grateful. It improves, wow, I'm talking a lot today. It improves relationships. Number 3, it attracts abundance. If you guys didn't know, this is a book. This is a book right here. Maybe this is why I'm so abundant in money lately. Yeah. I did a challenge in this book, a 40-day challenge. The abundance book, you definitely want to, it's a little, gotta be honest, I haven't read the whole book, but I did do the challenge inside of it. It attracts abundance. When you're thankful for what you already have, you create space for even more blessings to flow your way. Last night, I was actually looking at some videos from when I first moved here in Tampa. And when I first moved, I had nothing, right? And I was doing a summit and I didn't have a desk. And I legit had a table and I put 3 suitcases and then my computer on top. And I was just like, and I took a picture of it. I was like, whoa, that's wild. When I first came here, I didn't have a car. So I was taking the bus. And I remember when my Jesus friend, Renee, I was taking Uber everywhere. And I was just like, oh my gosh, good morning, Grace. I was taking Uber everywhere. And I was looking at my bank account. I was like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And Renee was like, girl. Okay, she didn't say girl, but in my mind she did. She was like, well, you can take the bus. And I was like, oh, I do not take the bus. What are you talking about? I am not. And I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. 2 or 3 weeks later, a couple $100 later, I was like, okay. I asked someone, like, the bus is really simple, Tina. Can you believe the bus was actually 1 block away? And I started taking the bus. And then the heat started kicking in. And I was like, all right, it's time for a car. And I think that was God's way of like giving me that reality check. Like, who do you think you are? Like, you are not too good to take a bus, right? And I was like, okay, God, I get it. And I was watching the video my last time taking the bus, and I was legit drenched. Like, and I only had to walk 1 block. And I was like, I get it, God. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Because when I was in high school, I would take the bus every day, but I loved it. That's how it was. But sometimes you have to be knocked off your freaking high horse and understand that it's okay. You can push through. You got to be grateful, right? Even though I'm still not with this pumping gas or even washing a car. Like yesterday, I went to wash a car. I could not find a car wash. So I had to mow or whatever. I'm looking at what Grace wrote there. I was going to say mow, back in the car, but just being grateful, like, right? So grateful for those things. So today I shared 3 reasons why you want to be grateful. If you missed it, here they go. The first reason is it boosts your mood. The second reason why you want to be grateful is it improves relationships. And the third reason, it attracts abundance. I am Stars Tina. Today we talked about abundance. We talked about gratitude. We talked about love and just really tapping into all those feelings. I'm here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., bringing you the motivation, the inspiration, and the transformation. It's all about transforming the world. It's all about changing the world. Traumedy No More for Kids. Click the link on the bottom if you want to join us this Sunday. It's a free event. I also want to invite you to purchase this book. Why? Because someone in your life needs this. The book has resources to teach the children how to push through the pain. If you have a group, if you have a community, whether it's Girl Scouts, whether it's a cheerleading team, whatever, I can speak with them. If you're going to be in the Rahway, New Jersey area next week. Actually, I come on Thursday, hit me up. I would love to speak to the children. It's a gift that I have from God. And that's all I have for you today. I'm just talking so much. I'm going for a run because yesterday, let me tell you guys, if you don't know, exercise is my drug of choice. And yesterday I was like, I gotta work because I have all these things and I didn't exercise. And I had the worst brain fog, right? And something else I thought I did that I didn't do, but today's going to be different because as soon as I leave you, okay, maybe, anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 a.m. Moment of inspiration for you before I leave today. Embrace the pain. Look in the mirror and realize you change. It's like a snake. The skin goes off, you grow, you expand. It's like a caterpillar goes into a butterfly. You can't be mad at someone because they have changed. God has created us in his image, right? So we're destined for greatness. And sometimes we have to shed some skin, shed some ugliness, shed some things we don't like, shed some people from our lives so that we can have new people into our life. I am so grateful. Every single person that is around me, they're fences. And I always say, that song, Jesus Build a Fence Around Me. They're around me. And every person, I feel like I'm Wonder Woman. Every person that comes in front of me, like if they're not filled with the Holy Ghost, the Spirit, or whatever the heck you want to call it, get out of here. So each person that's surrounding me is just supporting me and I'm lifting them up as well. And that's what I want you to do. All right, guys, I'll see you mañana, 7 a.m. Cup of motivation. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Bye.